This is a view from our 11 Alive Sky Tracker over that condominium complex off of Heritage, where this continues to unfold, because even after the suspect has been taken into custody, there's still additional work to do out there. We are expecting that joint news conference from Atlanta and Cobb County Police to begin maybe in the next 10 minutes or so. As Jeff mentioned, our Cody Alcorn is there waiting for that to begin. We're going to break into our coverage and get you that information from police, those updates, as soon as we get them. But we believe this, let's take it right now, or we're seeing right now, is that the suspect?
Right, yes.
All right, and you see him in that attire, as we mentioned, that was shown from images that were given to police. You see him being escorted there by law enforcement officials right there, walking very slowly through. And again, Jeff, we are told that this happened without incident. He was just walking in this condominium complex, and according to our reporting from our Cody Alcorn, act as if nothing had happened.
And we're in the same clothes that he did, the same clothes that we saw during the screen grabs from the surveillance video. That's exactly what he was wearing, and he is walking. I mean, it is a very low-key kind of operation in terms of what we are seeing right now, as opposed to the expectation of not knowing what to expect from a suspect who has allegedly committed these crimes.
And there's so many questions that remain that are going to be answered hopefully in the next few days and hours as we await new information from Atlanta Police. You see that is an Atlanta Police vehicle there on the scene. We understand that he will be transported to Atlanta Police headquarters, where that questioning will resume.
We really don't know a lot about him. We know that he was born in October of 1998. We know he served in the U.S. Coast Guard, and he left the Coast Guard in January of this year. But above and beyond that, we know there was a criminal record in Henry County. It was a marijuana possession, and then he had a couple of probation issues that also is on his record. But above and beyond that, there was any indication of any violence in his background, at least in terms of his criminal record. And again, that issue of what led to all of this, that's simply one of the major questions that we certainly have tonight, that we want to ask Atlanta Police if they are able to answer it, or perhaps they are unable to do so, given the fact that he has only been under arrest within the last 25 minutes or so.
And again, we are taking a live look from our 11 Alive Sky Tracker as he has been placed into this Atlanta vehicle, from this Atlanta Police vehicle, where we understand he will be transported to Atlanta Police headquarters. Another question that will be outstanding, Jeff, is what exactly led police to this location? Was there a tip from someone in the community? Right. Was there information from family or friends? What led them to this particular location? We do know there was a $10,000 reward that was out there for his capture and arrest. Billboards out around the community asking for the public's help in locating him so that he could be placed into custody and placed under arrest.
And we were the first to be able to show you these images, these live pictures from Cobb County outside this condominium complex where Deion Patterson was apprehended about 26 and a half minutes ago. And among the questions I think that we will have for Atlanta Police is, where was he over the last 7.5 hours? Was he in this complex? Was he milling about? Was he wandering about in the parking lot with the weapon exposed, as Cody Alcorn's source told him? Where was he killing all of that time? Where was he spending all of that time, so to speak, that law enforcement was unable to find him?
That's right, because the information that we have from Cobb County Police earlier in the evening, just a couple of hours ago, is that 12:30 was the last spotting of him on a GDOT camera. 12:30, but it wasn't until a couple of hours later at 2:30 that Cobb County Police actually became aware of that spotting on that camera. So in all of that time, Jeff, what has been transpiring? What has been going on? Where has he been? Was he at other locations? We know Cobb County Police said that they had reports of spottings throughout their community. None of them turned out to be fruitful until this moment now.
Cody Alcorn also had told us that this was not, didn't believe, his source had mentioned it was not a premeditated murder. Thus, the escape, which was so effective for him for so many hours, he was on the run, and law enforcement had no idea. And the other curiosity about all of this is, and we've talked about this extensively, is about, everybody has an iPhone, a cell phone, and a camera affixed to either a doorbell or a doorknob or to a phone, and yet there was really no indication of where he was after that sighting around 12:30 today. He was pretty much a figure that was not seen by anyone. There were really no tips.